Drip, that's water, call that boss. You check my squad and they gon' be in cost. You better be prepared to take a loss. I left my enemies dripping, but it ain't sauce. It ain't sauce, no it ain't sauce. Yeah, enemies dripping, but it ain't sauce. No it ain't sauce, no it ain't sauce. Yeah, enemies dripping, but it ain't sauce. It ain't sauce, it ain't sauce.
Hello people, it's your boy Arshus Mini and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, I will be reviewing Alien Romulus, which came out Friday. I had to make sure I'm going back Friday the 15th. Yes. No, the 16th. The 16th, because today's 17th. Duh. So as of right now, before I get started, this video, I saw the movie. So I in fact saw the movie today, which is Saturday the 17th. The movie came out yesterday, like I said, which was Friday the 16th. The video will be coming out tomorrow on the 18th, around maybe 11. So just to get the time frame of when I did this, I just got home from it and I decided to do my reviews while my thoughts are still here and while I'm still clear. But I was going to do it tomorrow, but then again, I was like, nah, we might as well just get it out the way. This video isn't going to be quite long anyway because I don't really got much to say. This movie was fire. It was great. It was amazing. There aren't really any spoilers, so this is going to basically be like a non-spoiler review in a way. There's only really like two major spoilers. The first one would technically be a certain character. If you watch the first film, then you would know. For those that already saw the movie, you know who I'm talking about. A certain character, and then the second one would be about. In a way, it would technically be the second ending because there are kind of two endings where this is kind of me spoiling it, but it's not. There's kind of two endings where one is they kind of survive and they like start flying off into the distance, and then the second part happens where like things things take a turn, like a big turn, and it gets a little crazy. But I ain't gonna spoil that. But for those that watch the film, you know what's up. And for those that didn't watch it, all I'm gonna say is Alien Resurrection. Alien Resurrection. If you watch that and you're a big Aliens fan, that movie is now forgiven, and I no longer hate it no more. And actually, matter of fact, the movie doesn't even exist anymore because when you watch this movie, you'll know why. But overall, yeah, this movie was great. From the moment I walked in, we sat down. Um, from the jump, like I love, like right from the beginning, it just starts off silent. Like there's nothing. Like it just starts off completely silent. And there's moments like this throughout the entire film where it just literally starts off silent. Like there's no noise. And it just builds up, the movie just builds up the atmosphere so well. Like it is amazing how much the atmosphere, like, oh my god, like, and there are really a lot of moments that bring tension, a lot of moments that bring like a lot of tension, and my heart was pounding. I basically saw it in IMAX, so when I tell you, like, even if it was a moment wasn't like genuinely scared, the music is like blasting, and whenever it's a jump scare, it's like so loud, like, and it's like I literally jumped at every single thing because of how loud it was. And there are little like moments that will have you like, this movie is very suspenseful. Like especially if like you're a new like Alien goer, like you're gonna feel very suspense, and there are moments where it can get pretty scary. But I like Alien, so it wasn't that bad. It's just mostly like the music is really loud, so like whenever a bum, a dun, like it just blasts. But it not to say it's not scary, but it does have its moments, and this movie will make Alien fans very happy. The only thing is, I don't really have that much negative stuff to say about it. There are like a couple of nitpicks I can say. A couple of moments where I was like, eh. I do wish that there are a couple moments where I do wish we got a little bit more like of the xenomorphs like killing people, or we got a little bit more of the xenomorphs. Really, this film makes you very. I will say this: the film makes you very scared of face huggers. Like I know that my number one fear now is face huggers. Like them things. If a face hugger came on me and someone took it off of me, I already know I'm grabbing a gun, bow, just blowing my brains out. Because there's no point. I'm gonna die anyway. I do not want to go through the pain of something pumping through my chest. And it looks pretty graphic when you actually see it. Like it looks pretty graphic. There's a lot of graphic scenes in this. Like a lot of scenes that make you like cringe and like ugh. And it's a lot of moments with blood. It's a lot of blood scene. I would say it's like two or three. But the moment towards like the end when you get like that, basically like the second ending, like it gets crazy. It gets real crazy. But when going through this film, you will hate face huggers. Like that's like the main like face huggers, you know. But my main issue, like it's something. I think about it on the drive home. There's some like other than like really like I wanted there to be a little bit more like I did want it to be a little bit more the xenomorphs. See them a little bit like do a little bit more cool, like a little bit more stuff with them and a little bit more deep dive into them. But for what we got, it was still pretty good. I will say this: I wish not the trailer. I wish the film I wish it had a little bit more crew members. We don't really have that many. We don't have that many crew members. We don't have that many crew members. It's not. It's not really. It's not really as many as I thought it was going to be. The trailer, like, I'm gonna just say this: the trailer once again that was probably if I ever get into filmmaking and I become a director for real, I want whoever made that trailer to be the people for my film because that trailer was like spectacular. Like that off the trailer alone, the trailer gets a 10 out of 10. Like it gets a 10 out of 10. That trailer was pretty much perfect. Like perfect. It made me think everything. It made me think the main girl was going to basically be like Ripley. It made me like think like something big was going to happen. But really, the film was just big stuff still happens. It still was great. It still had its moment. It's still when it had its highs, it had its highs. It doesn't have too many lows, but when it has its highs, it has its highs. But it just had me a little like it just had some moments where I was just kind of like I don't I want to give this like a not I want to give it like a high score. I want to really like it, but something just feels off. I still haven't fully even figured it out, but I know that the moments I really enjoyed them. Yeah, the film is great. Like it's really good. From the action, the cinematography, the scenes, it really makes you like it really gave me that first Alien feel. I don't think it's I think this would be third cuz Resurrection, Alien 3. I think it is better than Alien 3, Resurrection, Prometheus and the other Covenant. Like I think it's better than those. Really I like Alien 3 more than the other ones. Yeah, Covenant was okay. Prometheus I thought was boring, and Resurrection that's basically like my Batman and Robin. Like it's like a guilty pleasure. This movie is definitely in the top five. Like it's definitely in the top. I would say for me it would be Aliens, then it would be Alien, then it would be this movie. Like it is definitely there. But now you can kind of say this is a new trilogy. I will say one thing though, I do think this movie kind of makes it where I don't think we're going to get another good Alien. Only because this movie pretty much does everything so right to the point where like especially as they're gonna call it now, which is an interquel, which because it takes place between Alien One and Aliens. I don't think we're gonna get another good one because I heard they're supposed to be making like a TV show, but I don't know how that's gonna pan out. And the person that directed this movie, I don't think he's gonna be a part of it. So I don't really think we're gonna get another good Alien movie. I think this might be, but I'm hoping they prove me wrong. But I think this might be the best because this one was pretty good. It pretty much does everything. I would say this movie is more so like Aliens than Alien. It does have some Alien moments for sure, but I would say it's more like Aliens. And the way they set up, like once again with the trailer being really good, they make it where you think the girl is going to be the main, like she's going to be like almost like a Ripley. She ends up not really being like that. She does have like her cool moments where she shoots like a whole bunch of xenomorphs. She does have that moment, but other than that, she's really underplayed. She's not Ripley, of course. No one's going to replace Ripley. But the way the trailer made it, they made it seem like she was going to be like a big, like she was going to be basically be like Ripley. But everyone pretty much does their thing. They act their ass off. Like other than everything pretty much looked practical for the most part. I think the only CGI moment was with a particular character, and it has its moments where it looks bad, where he looks. I basically spoiled it because I called him a he, but whatever. Where he looks kind of off. But me, I didn't really think about it too much. Most of those scenes where they try to de-age or put a face on like someone on a like stunt double or a different, I kind of cut them some slack because what else can you do? Like the person is either dead or they're older now. Like I kind of like with Luke, like I kind of forgave it because it's like what can you really do? Like Luke doesn't look like that anymore. He's older, so I kind of forgave it. But besides that little moment, pretty much everything, like I don't even think they really use CGI that much. Like once we're like on the ship, of course they use CGI, but like on the ship, and I'm talking about how the death scenes are handled, how the xenomorphs are killing people, how the blood and all of that stuff looks. That stuff, I feel like it was a lot of cool practical stuff. And with that second ending, the movie's gonna have you in there like, what the fuck is that? Like, what the hell is that? Like, it really, like, resurrection no longer exists because of this movie. This movie basically just is fuck that movie. This is pretty much my new trilogy. From now on, I think I'm gonna be watching Alien Romulus, Aliens, and then that's it. And if we really feel like it, maybe we'll watch Alien 3. But this is my new trilogy until they decide to make a sequel to this. I'm hoping it will be good. I don't think this movie really needs a sequel, and even if they do, I don't think it's going to be that good. But hopefully, it proves me wrong. But for the most part, this movie is great. I pretty much like I pretty much like the character. I like all of the characters pretty much. I don't think there's one moment with like an android where I was like, ugh, the android is kind of got a little cringy, but most part, everyone pretty much plays the role. It's almost like the movie at times, and this is in a good way. It's almost like a low level Alien, and like a good build up to Aliens. Like that's pretty much what it is. But my main gripes is I wish it was just a little bit more with the xenomorphs, and I wish they had a bigger crew and more like a little bit more cool, a little bit more death scenes, cooler death scenes. But outside of that, what we got for this, I think is pretty good. For me, I feel like this movie is between a 7 and a 9. I don't think anyone should go lower than a 7 unless you just don't like the Alien movies or just don't like this movie. Like you really don't like this movie. Um, I think I'm gonna give it. I really want to give it a 9, but there's just something about it that just doesn't. It just like I want to give it like that Aliens treatment and give it like a 9 or like almost a 10. But I don't know. I think to be fair, I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm gonna get an 8 out of 10. I think it loses one of those points only because of the things I said, and a couple of other little nitpicks. But I think an 8 is pretty fair. I give it like a B plus, That's pretty good. I definitely recommend this movie. Definitely check it out. If you can see it in 4D, please see it in 4D. But for me, I saw the IMAX. See it in IMAX. See it with your friends, family, whatever. It is definitely worth your time and your money. This movie was amazing. So 8 out of 10. I think I'm gonna stick with that. Maybe tomorrow it might be a 9, but as we're making this video, it's 8 out of 10. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.